Howdy, everyone. Welcome. We're here to talk about BBOT. This is continuous monitoring and scanning with BBOT. Just out of curiosity, how many guys have used BBOT in some way, shape, or form? Awesome, cool, rad. So we got a few experienced people with it. Sick. So starting out, we'll just talk introductions. Hi, my name is Mark. I work for Black Lantern Security as an ASM analyst.
Hello, I'm Joel. I work for BLS as a developer and pen tester. So yes, I basically created BBOT back in the day, and then also, well, not back in the day, it was like 3 years ago. And then also BBOT server, which we'll be talking about in this talk.
Sweet. Yeah, so just a little bit of background on BLS, stands for Black Lantern Security. We are primarily an offensive security firm, but we dabble in everything red, blue, and purple. So we do attack surface management, net pen tests, and then we do it for clients of varying verticals, so energy, military, all that fun stuff. So,
all right, okay, so outline, as far as what we're talking about, basically what we're gonna do is start off with a basic BBOT primer, like what is BBOT and sort of why we use BBOT. And that'll be pretty short, and then after that we'll get into the server stuff. And I'm really excited to show off some of the server stuff because we're releasing it today. It will be in beta, but we basically open sourced it this morning. So you're all getting like a sort of an early peek at that. And this will be a workshop, so if you guys want to tag along on your laptops, you can. We have little exercises where we basically show off some of the functionality. So we'll get into BBOT server and basically how it solves some of the problems that we had with BBOT, where it's just sort of a single snapshot in time and how we track the data over time. And get into some advanced querying. If we have extra time, we might do some other shiny stuff like AI-related things, or maybe a little like hunt at the end. So,
let's talk BBOT. So as a few guys know, BBOT is a free, open-sourced security scanner, or open-source intelligence scanner. So it does a lot of functionality. BBOT does, we organize our mini modules, or not mini modules, organize parts of BBOT into modules. So we have modules that are targeting subdomain enumeration, targeting email harvesting, port scanning, web screenshots. There's a lot of functionality built into this tool. The entire concept of BBOT is we want you to be able to run all of your OSINT from one command. And so kind of looking at that, what makes BBOT special? You know, why use BBOT over your other tools? So as you can see here, this is a traditional OSINT framework. I think this is, Joel, quote me if I'm wrong, I think this is Nahamsek's trickiest outline, so it just goes through, I know it's incredibly hard to read, but that's not the point of this. But this is his entire OSINT framework, getting all the way to down here where he actually starts doing like port scanning and those things. Okay, so the common issue with OSINT is it's very linear, as you see. You don't ever go back and, like, for example, refuff your subdomains. So you aren't looking at subdomains of subdomains of subdomains of subdomains. You're just looking at the first subdomains, and then how often are you actually going back and restarting your process from that initial subdomain. So BBOT answers that question. So moving forward, this is what it would look like if you actually went through and refuffed your domains as you should. It's pretty much do the entire process once, reseed everything, entire process again, reseed everything, entire process again. So BBOT's goal was to accomplish this without having you have to rerun everything 17 bajillion times and then hope you find the world. So BBOT, it's recursive. So recursion, it just does things over and over and over again until eventually there's nothing else left to find. So as you can see in this kind of recursive workflow we have going here is we have a target, evilcorp.com. Say we discovered these 4 subdomains off rip. This can be through DNS brute or through a variety of subdomain enumeration modules that we have. BBOT then takes it and processes it through all these subdomains, and then if it spits out any new subdomains, so if we find test.evilcorp, it'll automatically go back and run it against all the modules again, meaning that you'll then find, say there's, evil.test.evilcorp.com. You'll then be able to find that off rip rather than rescanning again and again and again.
And these discovery chains can get super long too. So it's not limited to once or twice. Obviously, it can go through a URL, but you can have a discovery chain that's 10 or 20 hops long where it visits a URL, finds a mutation of the subdomain, finds a mutation of the mutation of a subdomain, and so on.
Yeah, some of these chains get really, really long. Again, BBOT has over 100 modules, so just thinking about it that way, over good?
No worries.
We're live. So, kind of moving on. We want to show you guys a little bit of what BBOT looks like. Please let the videos load and work in a somewhat fashionably timely manner. If not, then I'll just have Joel do this off right then. Yeah. We'll put it up there. Here we go. So, this is a BBOT scan. BBOT has multiple ways you can output data. So over here you see a Neo4j output. This is it scanning Tesla.com, I believe, Joel.
Yeah, I think so, yeah.
I was like, I can't see it based off of that. Yeah,
And this is only a recursive DNS resolution. No modules are enabled. This is it just following DNS records.
Yeah. So you can see all the lovely things that BBOT's finding over here. And we'll get into a little bit of how BBOT organizes its data here in a few seconds. But I'm going to come over to this side for the sake of not blinding myself looking at this.
Hold on, let me.
Yeah, so go to the end of that video. Come on, PowerPoint.
Please.
There. Okay. This is what it all looks like with just DNS resolution. So you can see the bigger clumps like probably Tesla.com and also all the small little offshoots of that. So you can see the offshoots. It's awesome. Cool. Go ahead. You want to slide now?
All right.
Over. Okay. So, obviously, when you're building a recursive internet scanner, you're bound to run into some bugs. So how does BBOT kind of stop from going down the rabbit hole and getting you to some site that's completely out of your scope? So scope is defined pretty much in this manner. You give it your initial target, it runs it through a module. If it discovers it from that module, it gets distance 1. If it's not initially in your target whitelist, you can use like an ASM or something like that. If it's not in that whitelist initially, it gets distance 1. Okay, there are limiters set to BBOT defaultly. Like for example, distance, I believe equals 2 on DNS resolutions offered.
Yeah, so typical modules will discover out to distance 1. DNS discovers out to distance 2 because it's cheap and you can do it fast. But anytime a new piece of data is discovered that matches your target, it gets reset to 0 and goes back in.
Yes. So anytime match start, you go back in, and it just keeps looping and looping and looping. So this is your
Yep.
exit case. This is what stops you. There are plenty of checks in BBOT after, how long has this been open source still? 3 years?
Yeah.
3 years of issues that are tracking requests like, DNS wildcards and other fun things. We have extensive unit testing to prevent you guys from going out of scope. So, if you're out of scope for any reason, odds are it's a very, very niche bug. Or it's when we...
Please report it. Yeah.
Please report it. That way we can find it and squash it. But, So this is just some basic BBOT syntax, just kind of showing you guys what it looks like. I know we have some people again in here more familiar with it, but as you TAC T here is for targets, TAC P is for preset. This is a collection of modules. You can make your own presets with a .yaml files. So we'll get into a little bit of that later, and that helps you to specify if you want to do all your configs in one command instead of typing them out each time. You make your own preset for it. TAC M is the actual module. So if there's a module you are on isn't in that preset, you can just specify it easily. And then TAC-OM is our output modules. CSV, but 17 ways to Sunday, JSON.
Yeah, text, JSON, CSV are default, and then we have like every database under the sun. You can output to WebSocket or HTTP or Splunk or whatever you want.
Yeah, there's a bajillion ways you can output this. So a bunch of ways you can look at the data if you want to. So we just want to give you guys some time to execute the first BBOT scan. Since this is a workshop, it's going to be interactive, so you guys want to download BBOT. Go ahead and go on to the next slide. We do have to use a special version of BBOT. So those of you who have used BBOT before, all of you guys are hoping have installed it through the pip package. You're going to have to uninstall that version and install this version that is 3.0, which is not released yet.
Yeah.
This is just for server dependencies, and so this branch was made with that in mind. So if you are not using the 3.0 branch, when you're trying to ingest BBOT scans or use BBOT server, it may run into some issues because of that. So if you guys want to go ahead, take a minute, and just, run these couple of commands real quick, then we'll go ahead and get things started. Cool? Cool. Yeah.
Real quick, can I ask you guys a question? Are those slides local or in cloud?
They're cloud.
Okay, I'll wait until after you come.
Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
Thank you. It's like 350-ish. Do you think I can
Yeah, 350-ish. Okay, cool.
Wait, 350?
Yeah, you got it. Oh, wait. Oh, no, 450.
450.
Sorry. I got the time change. My bad. My bad. 450. Not 350. My bad. Let us know if you have any issues getting BBOT to install. Again, if you've already installed it, just reinstall it with this pip instead. Just specify it.
Is it just gonna? That's because I haven't said. Is it gonna mess with my day-to-day stuff? Was it just like 2.0 or no?
Yeah. Well, yeah. Did you install the day-to-day, like the normal BBOT version on your host? Yeah, you'd remove it. I mean, it won't mess with it.
Look, it'll do the same thing.
It'll do the same thing, but what you do have to do is you have to rename your .bbot folder because the older version can conflict. That's like a gotcha. So yeah. Kali blows up itself sometimes.
Yeah, I ran into multiple issues when trying to test this on Kali. It was like, oh yeah, no clear ML module. And I'm like, there isn't a clear ML module in BBOT, and then also like the standard dependency, why are you not working? Yeah. There's tons of little minutia bugs in Kali. You can. I tested it on Kali. You tested it on Kali this morning.
By far the hardest thing on Kali is just getting Docker to install.
No, before you guys start saying, oh, you can install Docker. Up until now, I was just looking at
Oh yeah, and also
why don't you install?
Yeah.
for those of you guys who just got in here, yeah, BuildCyber does utilize Docker, so if you can go ahead and pre-install Docker, or if you want to work on that while waiting for everyone to get here,
Yeah.
just fair warning.
Yeah.
We'll need that for later, so if you intend on following along with the exercises, get Docker installed.
And disclaimer, so the old version of Docker, which is in the Kali repos, will not work. You need the new one, so you need to install it from the Docker website.
Yes.
FYI.
So we install Docker.
Yes. It is stupid. Docker?
Yeah.
I mean, it's just the new one that's written in Go. You just Google install Docker. Yeah, for Kali, you follow the instructions for Debian. But then there's a thing where you have to edit the sources.list and change it from the Debian name to the Kali. Yeah, it's weird.
Honestly, just ask.
when we get to the server install, I'll walk you guys through it. Yeah.
Instead of give like people like in like the Google this for me thing,
Mhm.
we need to give like we need to give it like a
Oh.
ChatGPT this for me.
Yeah.
That should be a thing. Yeah.
Yeah.
So is everyone getting BBOT installed all good? Still working on it, and we're gonna keep going.
All right, we can go back to the slide if we need to.
We can go back if we need
Yeah.
to. Everyone good? Okay, cool. So Verify BBOT got installed correctly, and you should see this lovely ASCII art over there, as well as the modules. So keep going. And cool. So we just want to execute a BBOT scan. We are using all live targets. These are all live bug bounty targets. So fair warning. You're scanning something that is live. So if it ever goes down or something.
Yeah. Please don't use any deadly modules. Like don't use nuclei or FUF because we're all coming from the same IP, and we don't want hack space. Yeah.
So don't name FUF. Don't name nuclei. Because 30 people running it against a smaller company may not go well. So or use hotspot. Yeah, you could do that.
And a VPN, maybe 2 VPNs just to be safe.
What you do on not Hackspace Wi-Fi is up to your own discretion. But yeah, Bubba Global is fully open. There's no blacklist on the bug bounty. I made sure before putting it in here, so you're safe to run these commands. It's legal, accessible. Don't run these things against things that are bug bounties. Cool. Legal disclaimer.
Legal disclaimer.
So we don't get in trouble.
Yeah, we'll
give it a couple minutes to run. So the module we enabled here is the OAuth module. Joel, you want to talk a little bit about OAuth?
Yeah, the reason we picked OAuth module is just because it's very simple and it runs quickly. It just takes the domain and it just will discover OAuth endpoints on the domain and emit findings for it. So we'll basically get to see that data later when we ingest it into BuildCyber server.
That scan should not take that long. I think that's 4 minutes. I think.
It should take like under a minute, 1 or 2 minutes.
That's fair.
Yeah.
Man, I love workshops.
Mm-hmm.
Downtime is great.
Yeah.
Huh?
Input.
Oh, yeah, why not?
Why not? If you want to go crazy, you can do debug.
I was like, wait, what do you want? Get up. I was like, our slides look that pretty. You thought it was a terminal? Yeah. For sure. You can enable tac debug and then you'll be fine. I was like, what are you
Yeah.
doing?
If you're photosensitive though, don't do the debug thing.
Yeah, no, you'll hate your life if you do
Yeah.
I didn't do those debug logs. Debug sucks.
Yeah, reading them sucks even more.
I don't know.
13th Gen Intel Core.
Because I was lazy when I set it up, and I didn't want to go change it before this. I'm rebuilding my entire distro next week. It's on the docket.
Good.
It's on the docket. There's a reason. Cool. Everybody get that standard up? Huh? Of all the modules? There's a list of all the modules. Again, there's over 100. You can find that on GitHub on, I think it's on, is it BBOT.io?
Well, just BBOT or blacklanternSecurity.com/BBOT, but also you can, it's in the help too. So you can list modules, you can list presets all from the command line. Yeah. Yeah, if you get any interesting scan names, feel free to share if they're work appropriate.
We didn't bring the stickers.
Oh, dang it. Wait, actually, do I? Do I have them? Yes, I did. We do have BBOT stickers.
Yeah, we have stickers. So if you ever get a good scan name, please let us know. We make stickers of the scan names. So we have a few. These are all scans we have found. So I think there's, what do you got?
I got Demonic Jimmy, Psychedelic Bob, Unhinged Gandalf, and Unscheduled Susan. All right.
Those are good.
Yeah. You guys want to pass those around?
Yeah, no. What's another funny skin that we got recently? There was a good one recently. How'd you leave that one? Okay. Everybody get that scanner run fine? Everything ended, everything cleared up good. It takes a little bit off rip because, of course, as you know, BBOT does spin up Ansible tasks for you, and whenever it starts to install like the tools and things that are needed for that module to run. And so I might do all of that for you, but it may just take a little bit longer than off initial. So as you enable modules, it may take a little bit longer on a setup. Cool. Cool. Good to move on. I'm hearing no objections, so I'm gonna move on. All right. So this is generally what BBOT output looks like. This is a kind of asset total table, so you can see like what all was consumed by it. You know, these are events. We'll get into a little bit more what events are in a couple seconds. But some modules pretty much will take in events and output events. So if an event is outputted from another module with a certain tag, another module will know, hey, I need to ingest that one and go run it. So events are kind of how we keep track of what info goes where and how all that is deciphered. Again, we'll list out the events, I think, like on the next
Yeah, an example of event is just like a domain or like an IP address.
Yeah. So you feed it like a URL, for example. It'll be a URL unverified event. And then once it runs through the HTTPX module and makes sure that it's alive, it'll become a URL. I think it's just
URL, but yeah.
Just URL. And then the URL will then be ingested by another event, say FUF or nuclei or something along those lines. Cool, makes sense? Yeah. Awesome, rad. Yeah, these are, I'm not going to say all the BBOT event types. These are a lot of the BBOT event types. So these are all just different things that BBOT can detect. And so, as I said before, modules will ingest events and then output events. And so this is kind of how the module keeps track of it, and so this is how you can also keep track of it. So if you're looking for like only, say I want to find all the ASMs that BBOT found off of the scan, you can just run a grep ASM, and it'll display you all the ASM events that are. You want to find all the findings, boom, got the findings. So of course, you know, they're starting to get into like a little bit of data management, but BBOT tries to make it as easy for you as possible to look through your massive scans, as you know. Obviously, Bumba.global is not that big of a company, but you know, if you're scanning something bigger like Capital One or Tesla or SpaceX, then something like this will be a little more useful if you want to get granular with it. So let's talk findings. So in server and on the 3.0 branch, we have disabled everything finding. There's no more finding and vulnerability. So for those of you guys who have used it, vulnerability is going away. Everything is a finding. So findings are interesting things that BBOT found that are potentially vulnerable. So it's just like good places to start your looking. So we have lots of modules that will detect things like potentially sprayable OAuth endpoints. So this is one you should have gotten from your Bumble Global scan you just did. These are just things that you can look at. Again, these are not confirmed vulnerabilities. These are just cool things you can look at in order to kind of be like, okay, I'm starting a new bug bounty program. What's the interesting things first? That way you're not sitting here trying to decipher what's my high volume target, what's my high risk target, those kinds of things. So it just kind of helps you out in your own end. Findings will be color coded for you. If it's critical finding, it'll be purple, red high, medium orange, low, yellow, blue, informational. But I believe server does all the color coding for you, or is it also?
It does, yeah. Yeah, in the future, we'll also have like a confidence associated with each one, so you can see, you know, how likely it is to be actually vulnerable. But yeah.
So, these all will display in particular whenever you're running the nuclei module. That'll be whenever you get like higher or critical vulnerabilities. Other than that, most things may be labeled as informational. Cool.
These can come straight from nuclei. So if you enable the nuclei BBOT module, they'll show up as findings. Okay, all right, so that's BBOT. So yeah, BBOT's been out for 3 years, and we've been using it at BLS. And this is where we get to talk about BBOT Server. So like I said earlier, BBOT Server is released today. So we open sourced it today, and we're unveiling it in this talk. BBOT as a scanner has been really useful to us. We use it on engagements. We use it for our ASM product as well. And there's one thing, though, that a lot of people have asked. It's probably the biggest question we get asked is like, OK, like a BBOT scan is a snapshot in time. But if I want to keep running scans, how do I like diff them, right? How do I see like what changed between the last week I ran it and this week? And also, like, how do I store it? Because when it comes to storing a lot of scan data, Neo4j, things like Neo4j or even traditional databases like MySQL or whatever, they can be handy to store this data. But the problem is that when you start ingesting a whole bunch of different scans, you just end up having a lot of data that's really hard to correlate, or else it's just merging all into one big graph like this. Like this graph right here, this was like 3 or 4 different scans that all just kind of got melded together, and it's not easy to see what happened when and how each scan was different. So basically, what BBOT Server is it's a central database for all your BBOT scan data. Its purpose is to allow you to diff scan results not only between scans, but between individual assets. So you can track the history of each individual asset and see exactly when this port opened, when this port closed, when this vulnerability got found, and all that. So you get detailed history for each asset. It also has scan management. So another big feature request that we got a lot was, OK, BBOT kind of takes a lot of network and a lot of CPU and a lot of memory. So like, how do I like do a remote scan and just turn off that cloud VM as soon as I stop using it, so that I'm not paying for it all the time, and just store everything on like a super low memory system that doesn't cost as much. So scan management lets you basically kick off scans on remote servers and have it funnel the results back to you. So you can do kind of an agent where you have a central server and multiple systems sending data back to it. You can monitor scan progress, the statistics for the scans. The basic architecture of this is this. We have Docker Compose set up with a database. We use MongoDB and Redis, and it all goes through the REST API. So later when we get into BBOT Server CLI, this bbctl command you see here interacts with the REST API, and that's what enables BBOT Server to be kind of multiplayer, where multiple people can interact with it at once. By default, we have one agent in the Docker Compose. The agent is just the machine that runs the scan, but you can spin up agents elsewhere if you want to spin one up in Azure or wherever. You can do that. OK, so I mentioned before collaboration, multi-user CLI. Multiple people can use it at one time. You can run more than one scan at a time if you have multiple agents, and REST API. So it exposes a fast API. REST API and also a Python API. So if you're a Pythonista and you like, that actually is the official. I don't like it. I don't like it, but it's the official one.
I like that. Is that really what they're called?
Sadly, yes. They're all silly though. You got like gophers and crustaceans and
Gophers are so really? Okay, we can do that.
All right.
Besides the point.
OK, so anyway, yeah, if you're a Python person and you like scripting things out, you can also hook into BBOT Server directly and import it by the Python library. And of course, simplest but probably most useful feature is to just export things to a spreadsheet. So you can do that too if you want. Yeah. Also, if we have extra time, we'll be doing a little bit of AI stuff at the end, which is kind of just a little bit of fun. So bbctl. bbctl is the command that you use to control BBOT Server. And this is the help for it. Basically, it has subcommands and subcommands of subcommands. So it's a lot of functionality, but it's all baked into the help, so you can kind of just explore it that way. We'll be using a few of the commands in the exercises here. So disclaimer, BBOT Server is a work in progress. So I had about 3 months to code it, and I've been spending every day of that month coding it, and today is the day we release it. And we were going to release it no matter how done it was. And it's about 80% done. So features are about 80% complete. About 20% of it is documented. Both of those numbers will reach 100%. Not today, but sometime soon. But yeah, we're basically excited to get it out there and let people start using it. Like I said, it's been one of the most requested features. So things will probably break today, and that's OK. Either we'll fix them live or we'll find a way around them. If you run into a bug, let us know. Please report it. Just like take a screenshot and throw it in an issue. If you have ideas also, if you have ideas for like modules or features for BBOT server, definitely let us know. We have a Discord and GitHub and everything, or just talk to us afterwards, or right now. All right, features that are almost done. So these features will be done very soon. I'm prioritizing these. The first one is authentication. So we want to have authentication as the first feature, just so we can start doing multiplayer, like spin up an instance in the cloud, put an API, secure it with an API key, and you can put the API key in your local config and do that. So that's the first one. Second one, I was hoping to have this done today, but we didn't have time, sadly, but it's coming soon. So alerting, and that's for like Discord, Slack, Teams, that kind of stuff. So I'll show it off later, but BBOT server lets you monitor in real time changes to assets, and those changes, you'll be able to send them over channels like Discord. So you can specify a custom criteria that's like, hey, anytime a new vulnerability happens that's like medium or higher, post in this Discord channel. Finding, yes. Yeah.
We're getting used to the new language, okay? We have security debates over that.
Yeah, I'm still deleting all the vulnerability code. That's why it's still in my brain. All right. Okay, starting BBOT server. That's all you.
Yeah, so we're just going to talk about starting BBOT server. It's super, super, super easy. So first of all, I hope everyone had time to get Docker installed. That's tough. Sorry. Yeah, keep trying. Those on Cali, RIP. So starting off, there will be a pip package for BBOT server. It is in the works. Again, work in progress. But for now, you're just going to be git cloning it, and you just simply cd in BBOT server, and then install all the requirements that you need. So go ahead and get it on installing it. Unless you guys run into any issues. Again, this got published this morning, so if there are problems, we will fix them.
And side note, there's a reason that we didn't install it directly from pipx like we did BBOT. It's very important that you do it this way. Just FYI. Yeah.
What's up? Installation with UV.
Ooh. Okay. It has not. You want to test it for us?
Yeah. I love this.
No, we're actually. It's funny. All of us devs internally, we're like migrating to UV now. Yeah. So because like Poetry is so slow, UV is like insanely fast. So yeah, we're rustifying things. We're also working on rustifying certain parts of BBOT to make it faster. So like we're rustifying our web engine. That's the first thing we want to do. Yeah. So first suggested by Gabe over here. Basically like he was like, why didn't you write it in Rust, Joel?
Yeah. This was popular 3 years ago.
Yeah.
Cool.
Yeah. All right. Also, yeah, this is the GitHub right here. So the instructions for installing are also on the GitHub, as well as like most of the commands we'll be using in exercises. Yes. So yeah, if you need to reference that, that's a good place to do it.
There is documentation for all commands we will be running today. There are more options that you can find, BBCTL, tech help. There's more options there that may be implemented. So the many features you're asking for, they're already inside BBCTL. We may or may not be a little bit behind on documenting all this stuff. So have fun. So this is just a general video of just.
Oh, this is just starting. Yeah.
It's just server just up and running. So whenever you do it, the command to start server is BBCTL server starts, and then you'll spin up all your lovely Docker.
Yeah. If it's the first time you do it, it'll take some time to build it. There's one image it has to build. And you'll have to download some stuff. But yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and get BBOT server started. If you guys run any issues or if you get any weird errors thrown at you, please let us know. That way I can keep on going. Cool.
Yeah, we'll give a little bit of time for installing because installing will take a little while. Yeah. Okay, so it's super useful. So the way TAC-E works is it tells it to be editable. So it installs it, and instead of copying all the Python files into like your local share or whatever, it just symlinks them to your Git repo. So that way, if you edit, you can make a live edit and then just up arrow and run, and it'll run the edit that you just made. It's super handy, yeah. Oh yeah, it's BBCTL server start. Yeah.
Use a button. That's nice about it. I think that's talking about this. I want this.
Okay.
It exists. I run that command. It just doesn't want to work.
You have BBCTL server start? What version of Docker do you have?
The one I gave you is 28 points.
How'd you install it?
Let's see how it broke.
Between chat and the website.
Oh, okay, fair.
I got RedSeer.
Okay. So you probably don't need to sudo it. I would say.
I tried that.
Okay. So what you can do is you can add your user to a group. Here, so what we can do is I just went through this morning on my Kali. So
Random Kali. So Kali.
yeah. Okay. User add. Did you install Docker?
I have a Docker. I just installed it. Thanks to chat.
Yeah, you do. Nice. Okay.
It should be. I took their website and then I was like, oh, change version name to Kali or whatever it is. I'm like, man, that ain't working. Chat, what am I supposed to do? Like, oh, just change it to this. I'm like, okay, and it worked. I can type in Docker --s version, and it says I have Docker.
Okay. So now what you can do is log out and then log back in, and you should be able to execute that. What I did is I just added your user to the Docker group, so that way you can Docker things without sudoing. So that should let you run BBCTL server start as just the Kali user.
It doesn't run on Mac. I looked at the docs from BLS.
Yeah.
It does not run on a Mac or Windows.
Yeah, my boss, he likes his my boss likes his Mac, and he won't listen to me, and he runs it on Mac anyway.
Should I reset my feed? I just started a new command terminal. Should I?
So probably permission denied. Yeah, you need to actually log out, like actually fully log out.
So I actually got actual BuildCyber to run, and then it asked me to type in my user password to authenticate it, and then just trapped out.
Yeah.
I'm like, you don't have WSL for GitHub, for VS Code.
Doesn't need it.
No?
I don't know.
Okay, because if you do, then you literally, if I have a Windows, I literally just have an Ubuntu machine on my laptop.
My Mac runs Linux.
So now I'm going to go and download.
How's it going? How's it going?
Good question. So maybe you know. I'm trying to uninstall Docker. So I removed Docker and yet it's still installed. Right? Sudo apt-get remove Docker.
Oh, so they have a command. So
Docker.
I think it's called docker.io is the actual package name. Yeah, it's annoying, but the Docker instructions they have a command for uninstalling all the existing Docker
so
stuff.
You mean
Sorry.
where is it? History. Really? I swear to God I uninstalled.
I'll get one.
I ran that command and it didn't work.
The Docker command?
Yeah, like the for loop one.
Oh.
And runs through all.
Yeah.
Yeah, that didn't work. I don't know.
Dang.
That's Dave in the blue shirt, right? No.
Yes. Yeah, go ahead. Yeah.
I just listen one by one. So it blows up.
Did you bring hors d'oeuvres?
She's saying for pre-subs.
Okay.
Okay, cool. Has everyone gotten BuildCyber server installed? Gotten it, BBCTL BBCTL server start without any issues, at least for now.
Has even one person got it installed without issues?
They got it installed.
Okay,
Back
good.
there. Yeah, back there. I made
No,
sure.
all right.
I checked. I don't check. I was saying, yeah. Fair warning. Again, Cali users RIP. We can't wait 5 hours for you guys to install Docker. I'm sorry, it's difficult. Blame offset? Question mark? Blame the maintainers of it. Besides the point. I'll just go ahead and keep going.
Yeah.
All right, so we're just going to go ahead and talk about ingesting a scan. So obviously, we just read a scan. And if you go up and you kind of see what that scan's name was, we're going to be throwing that scan into server. So insert scan name here instead of mine, Jimmy. It's whatever scan name you presented. If you want to view your scans, they're located in this .bbot/scans directory. So just keep going for those of you guys who's its first time using BBOT. This will be super duper easy to see because it'll be the only scan there. For those of you guys who have used BBOT for a while, you may see your other scans. Please don't try to import your other scans. It will break it. Import that. Hence why we had you guys uninstall BBOT and reinstall it using that specific branch, because this branch is what's made for this to work. Cool. Then we're going to be sending the JSON output to BBOT server, so you just cat that output.json, and then type the command BBCTL event ingest. Since the command is smaller, it should have about 30 to 40 events on it. But whenever you do ingest command, you'll see like, oh, it counts, I believe, every 10 events.
Every 10, yeah.
Yes, every 10 events ingested. 10 events ingested, 20, 30, 40 until the scan's done. You're like, all done, cool, good. So go ahead and ingest your scan data. Please let us know if there are any issues. Docker-related issues. I'm sorry, Cali users.
That doesn't work. He said, this is from the website.
Yep. The thing I had to do was like I had to edit the sources.list. It's like Etsy app sources.list.
So I'm here.
So,
It's
okay.
installing stuff, so
Okay.
I haven't got to that yet.
That looks good. No, that looks good.
Yeah. Oh no, this is good. It's running.
Nice.
Oh, that was really funny. You just sitting in the library and we were like displayed on the smart board.
I think.
Yeah, I was like, I'm trying this for HackerBox. And like, no, like you doing blocking it or something? Or is it second try hacking?
Oh, is on a call with you guys? It's like a Discord call. Yeah.
In the library, we were screen sharing everything you were doing.
Yeah, and the source code was just up on the smart board in the
Like
library.
you were on full speaker, so like the people passing by, they could like.
Can you like tell me that? No, just kidding.
Well, we're coming in front of people again.
Apparently.
Apparently, they even know.
It was like midnight
Yeah.
and nobody was there, so it was literally like me and her.
Just everyone just thinks like the ghost in library is just Joel.
It's just Joel's like the library ghost.
You're just gonna work on Docker things. You're bad because the less bad. You're working on Docker things. Docker things.
No, I got done with Docker things. I want this.
Hey yo.
It's a Dell, yeah.
So, do you like it? Because I hate mine.
Really, I like mine.
I have an issue with my trackpad. The
Um,
mouse like glitches out sometimes. I'll move just straight right, and I'll go. Does that happen with
do you have tap to click enabled? Because I turned mine off where I have to like physically click it.
Let's see. I don't think I do. I think I disabled that. Touchpad. Disable touchpad while typing. Corner push.
Oh, that's kind of a useful one.
What? Oh yeah, it is. Tap to click. Turn that off.
Unless you like doing the gentle like, you know,
Is that
click.
Is that it? If that's it, I will love you forever. That might be it. It comes and goes though, which is the weird thing. So like, see how this is smoothly moving the mouse?
Yeah.
Well, with the tap to click or before, I would go like this, just left and right, and the mouse would go.
Well, maybe you're emitting like electromagnetic like
Yeah.
waves.
Well, it wouldn't be smooth. It would literally jump like up like 30 pixels and then back down and then back up 10. So I have no clue. But if that works, I will very much appreciate it.
Yeah, hopefully. How's it going? Docker? Yeah.
I think I'm gonna give up. I couldn't get back to uninstall.
His error is that he's supposed to sudo apt update. But for some reason, his Kali, the public key is not even there.
Oh, are you getting like that PGP error?
Yeah, 404.
Oh wait. Oh no. Okay. So the reason you're getting 404 is because you need to substitute the like distro release name in your sources.list. I'll tell you which file to edit. So you go to you want to edit. It's at Etsy. So /Etsy. And you have to be root when you do it. Just yeah. I was literally I literally ran into this problem this morning as I was testing the commands. I'm like, oh, that doesn't work. Yeah. Okay, so Etsy /apt /sources, and then just tap apps apt yeah /sources, and then just tab out. There should be like a sources.list.d. Etsy apt sources. Maybe just like CD into it. So we just start by Etsy apt. Yeah. Wait. Is it a P?
Yeah.
/Etsy /apt. Yeah. Yep. And then so CD into like sources. Not slash. You don't want to do sources, but yeah, just S. Yeah. And try tabbing that out. There you go. Yep. Enter. Yeah. And then there should be one file in there. Do an ls. Docker. So that's the one you want to edit. So yeah, edit that one. Okay, so where it says Kali rolling, you want to replace that with something else. The Debian release name. I think it's Trixie. Let me check. Yeah, TRIXIE, all lowercase. TRIXIE. Yeah.
Trixie. Oh, just I want to make sure it's going to be looking like this, right?
Yep. So yeah, save that. And then when you do an apt update, you shouldn't get the 404 anymore.
Let me try.
He's like, oh, you gotta restart the user. It's so easy.
No, he opened my thing, ran a bunch of commands and root.
Joel, did you just ball his computer and ran a ton of commands and root and then not tell him what you did?
What the heck?
Hey, Bogdan's running the same problem that David was that you already fixed once.
Well, scroll up yours.
Bogdan's running the
The issue where it can't control both. I'm going a lot ahead if I help them.
Okay.
How am I gonna spool?
So hopefully everyone has gotten
What'd you do?
their
I want to know.
ingested again.
Oh, yeah.
In my Jimmy, obviously, she's a random game
What did you do?
You have suggestions, names. Please add them to the pile. We love more names. Yeah. So these are some of the basic queries that you can do using BBCTL. So you can list the assets based off your target.
Yeah, that should
You
be
can
it.
export the assets to JSON if you want to, and you can export them on a CSV. So if you want to play with these commands a little bit, and again, everything's still getting worked out with bugs wise, so keep that in mind. But all of these are basic queries that we can use.
You just need to be in your home directory. Oh. Yeah, you were in
You can also filter
Etsy, so
by
yeah.
events. You can filter by events.
Clone.
So as I said before, if you want to have a ton of
Oh,
their
that should
elements,
work.
say
Yep.
you just want to find
You're
all
good.
the events all the finding events, all the DNS name events. You can just using these different kinds. So as you see here, we have type, DNS name, insert any event name here, and you'll be able to see it. And yeah. Boom, boom. Cool.
All right.
Cool. Go ahead.
You said there is asset management when it comes to BBOT. So how do you check your assets again?
I check your assets. It's gonna be with this. So BBCTL asset list, tag.json, and then use JQ to create it. It'll get all your assets for you in a super easy, readable way. So.
Is anyone here from Pantera? Is that a curiosity? Okay, just checking.
Why?
Because my friend at Pantera sent me a picture of us, of like, he's got a spy. He's got a spy. There's a spy in our midst. All right.
Cool. So activities is something new with BBOT server. So while BBOT core is what I'm going to call just the straight regular version we've been using up until this point. BBOT core only has events, findings, and a snapshot in time. Again, we want you guys to know what changed as soon as we know it changed. So activities are how we do this. Activities are the things that tell you what changed. It flags an activity rather than flagging as an event or anything else like that, which makes it an easy way for you guys to query it super fast. So you want to know when the port opened? That's the port open.
So the targets, which is the target identifier? Because I think we have the assets, and which is the name that you would use? Host name or something?
Depends on what you're querying. If you're querying like subdomains and you want to query like a specific subdomain, when we say asset, we're referring to like a subdomain or a IP address or some main object. So it can be a host name, it can be a URL, it can be an IP address.
You can filter though. Was your question about filtering down the assets?
For example, if you were going to filter a result, the assets for this kind of video feed, how would you do this?
Yeah, so you can. There are multiple ways you can do it. You can filter it. You can filter by target. You can filter by domain, and you can also filter by type. So yeah, a target is a common way to filter because you can just literally use the name of your target that you made for the scan, and it will only give you the stuff that's in scope for that target.
So it'll just be using a different flag than what we're using currently. Yeah. Well, yeah, it would be this tag host.
Tag host is a well, okay. So yeah, this is activities.
Yeah.
The filtering options are a little bit different for each of them, but yeah, for an activity, that's how you get the one host.
Cool. Rad. So obviously, we've only ingested that small little OAuth scan. So there's also another function. You can now monitor your scans live. So with multiplayer BBOT, of course, you could have multiple scans running at once, multiple agents, all that fun stuff. But you'd be able to look at them in time and be like, all right, cool, this is what it's finding. The scan's actually running. It's not, dying and stuck on a process. So it just gives you a little bit more of a monitoring standpoint. If your scan dies, it's very obvious with BBOT core. You know what I mean? You'll see no more events come in. But if you're running these things, say, on a cron tab on a weekly basis, and for some reason you're like, I'm not getting anything new in. This will tell you where it got hung up, and then you can come bug him and be like, hey, we have an issue. So,
Okay, yeah. So this is the demo that I was basically wanting to make for a long time as I was writing BBOT server. Well, I'm hoping it's going to play here. Okay, so what we're doing here is we have 3 terminals open, and we're going to start a BBOT scan. But first, we're going to start tailing the events. So in the left, we're tailing events. On the right, we're tailing activities. And then we're going to start a scan, and we're going to see how you can basically tap those 2 streams and watch them as the scan runs.
Oh, wait, no, I see. I know.
Yeah. So there you go. Yeah, so you can see sometimes a lot of events come in, but the activities are kind of still, and it's just because those events are duplicates from before that were already in the database. So anytime you get something new, that's when something comes in on the right. But yeah, these are 2 streams. You can watch them. All of this is happening over the REST API, and multiple people can do this at the same time. So like I said, it's multiplayer. Just kind of a neat thing you can use to monitor. So you can monitor the scans, but it's also useful for kicking off custom triggers. If you say every time an open port comes in, you want to kick off one of your own custom tools, you can do that as well. We'll show how to do it with like a bash script later in the talk.
We have that as an example later, but that's the main use case for this, is that say you have like, oh yeah, I want you to use this specific RDP check tool if we find that, RDP is open. You can have that automatically run using cron So that's primarily what it's used for in that case. Cool. Cool. I just do it again.
There you go. Starting a scan.
This is you, I think. Oh, okay, it's me. I'll take it.
All right.
All right.
Sure.
All right, cool. So of course, you know, you don't want to be going back and forth and re-ingesting scans into server all the time. So what can you do? You can just start scan straight from the thing. That way you don't go back and forth. So, I'm gonna go ahead and play the video. I think that's next. Yeah. I was like, we added more videos today, and I'm like, wait, where are all the videos? That way I know.
So yeah, so there are multiple ways that you can start a scan. Like one of them is just HTTP output module posting them directly to BBOT. The other one is ingesting with the event ingest. This is the third one.
So there are a couple steps to making a scan. Again, we're going to do this in an exercise, which is pointing out while the video is happening. You have to create a preset for your scan. This is your list of modules or other like groups of modules that are going to run. So your list of like flags, those kinds of things. If you have any special config options, you can include them here. This is all that's going to run your scan. So you can say, all right, what modules are going to run? And then if you want to hit play on the video now. You then are able to create that preset using this BBCTL scan preset create and insert the name of your preset, and then boom, people will tell you like, hey, the preset was successfully created. We're also going to do this inside. And then you're going to go through and create a target. You have to create a target. So in this case, target's just evilcorp.com. You just put them in a text file. So if you have seeds, you have ASMs, you know, you can just chuck them in there automatically, and you can keep on adding to it. Then
that doesn't work, or yeah, it does. Never mind. There's one I mistyped, I think, somewhere in here.
Usual typos. Then you're able to do the scan target create and add in your name for it, and then boom, target's created. You can also list your targets and your presets at any time, just to see what's where. Scan target list and scan preset list. So in order to create your scan with the preset we just used, as we're going to look at now, BBCTL scan create, give it the preset name, give it the target name, and if you want to name it something yourself rather than having to be named something randomly generated from BBOT, you can, and with that name.
Scan start. There it is, yeah.
Scan create, gosh, Joel.
Scan start.
Scan start. Cool. It'll then go through, it'll say status queued. There's another one you did. Taylor.
So yeah, it takes a minute. I think it takes like 10 seconds for the scan to start here. But once it starts, you'll start to see it coming in. Event tail is what we're doing in the last demo.
Yeah.
And it's just a nice way to like know that things are happening.
It's just so, you know, this is working. I'm not just doing nothing right now. Yeah. You can also view scans that are running. So if you're ever curious, you have like 7 scans running. You're like, how do I know they're all running really quick? This is how you can do it. BBCTL scan list. The status will say queued, running, or finished. So super quick. You can tell what the target you used is, what the preset used is, when it started, finished, all that fun stuff. What did you just query? I didn't look at it.
I don't know what I did. What did I do?
I don't know what you did there at the end. I think it was
probably assets.
Asset list or event list.
Event list, yeah.
So of course you can output the events just in any general format as well. As we talked about last one, kind of those queries. So go ahead. I think the next one is let's give you a quick little exercise. So guys, go ahead and create a target. If you guys do have a bug bounty target that you like using, go ahead and check against it. Not opposed. We just used Boomer.global because it was an easy target with no blacklist. So you know. You do have to put the seeds into a file, and it's just to make the life a little bit easier. So just do then whatever you use, and just jump in a file, and then boom, all good. Cool. So we're gonna get your target created, and then we'll work on creating a preset.
Okay. Yeah. Less than extra time. That's okay.
Yeah, that's fine. I think we would because we have until 4:50. So yeah. You'll have to do cursor and all that stuff, and she'll not spell up.
That's fine. Yeah.
Because I need to go back to earlier ones.
Look on the GitHub. Look on BuildCyber server. All the commands are also there on GitHub.
No, they're not.
What command is that?
The pipx command, if the command wasn't found.
Oh, the ensure path. Yeah, pipx ensure path.
Pipx. I
Yeah.
talked to you that like 2 weeks ago, I think.
Hey, I'm.
No, not you. Him. He was in the poetry. He was in the poetry. Like you had to do with
This
this.
is completely different.
It's the same thing. Command not found.
Yeah, but this is BBOT server. This is like fresh out of the oven.
Why?
At least it's my fault.
I blame you. Yeah. You should know how to fix it.
It's never my fault.
That's usually. That's usually. It's never my fault. It's always somebody else's.
I just have to click on the
Yeah, no. I'm still installing Docker. It's being about cool. And then working out.
I was given this for free.
Okay, but Capri Suns are amazing.
They're
How's it going?
We have another permission denied. It's the guy in the back left corner.
Okay. Okay. Yep.
For the target name, we can just create anything we want.
Yeah, you can name it. Yeah, as long as it like doesn't have spaces in it. I mean, you can quote it obviously, but yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Just so we specify.
quotes,
Just so we put the scope in the seeds.
Yep. Yep. That's all you need. You can target create. Okay. Yeah. Looks like it works. Sweet. All right.
So it contains your, which contains targets that all of your seeds. Yeah, all of your seeds. So, if you want to scan like 17 sites, you already know all their ASMs. If you have a new bug bounty program you're starting, you can just use their ASM as your starting point, or you can use like a homepage as your starting point and put all the stuff you find within. So
what is the minus a target name?
that's just the that's just gonna be the name of the target. So whenever you create a target in BBOT, BBOT won't automatically assign it a name, I don't believe, or will.
If you don't specify one, it'll just name it target 1, target 2. But you'll reference that later. So when you start the scan, you tell the name of the target that you made. Or when you filter out the assets, you can also filter by the name of the target. So if you have multiple, that's where you use the name.
Basically, I can go for a loop on the seeds, and each one of them like have 10 seeds. Each one of them can be a target name. So you create the
So the target name is just the collection of your seeds.
But yeah, he's asking where to put the domains though. Like basically, if you have domains, yeah, exactly. Yeah, you put in the seeds. Yeah. Mm-hmm.
That goes in your seeds context.
And target name is whatever I give it.
Yeah, target is whatever you tell it. So if you want to just name it like name of company, if you have like bounty hunter, like you'll have only capital ones, targets in your seeds context, and you would just call your target capital 1. It's just so you can easily reference it later.
Yeah. You can edit it as well.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, you can edit it. Yeah, it's one without. Incorrect. I won't help you.
Do I need the instructions for like the beginning? Like I need like I think I installed it. No,
You just finished Docker.
I finished Docker, so I missed
Yeah,
like,
go
the
to
beginning.
GitHub.
Congrats. I mean, it took me longer than that.
AI, man.
Yeah, there you go.
Just add in attack server to the end of that. Yeah, start top of there. Yeah, just add dash server. It's not gonna be on my GitHub super easily because. Yeah, that's it. And you can follow the instructions there. Everybody got to that point? We're all good. No errors yet. Awesome, rad. Cool. I love life. And so next you're gonna work on creating your presets. It's gonna be your list of modules, those kinds of things. So it's all in YAML. So just name whatever you're gonna name it. Include whatever flag, modules, all those things, and then require flag safe. We're using the safe flag just because since Bumbo.global is a smaller target, because I picked a smaller target, and we don't want to take it down, so only use the safe modules that BBOT has, and don't use anything that's heavily aggressive, buff, nuclear, all those things. Do that later, not on text-based on Wi-Fi. So,
Ears keep popping.
Ears.
I'm gonna throw everything at my own personal.
yeah. Do include kitchen sink. Throw every module.
Don't do that.
Don't do that.
No, I want to do that. I want to do this on my
Yeah.
personal site. I can do that.
It's my son.
Yeah.
Could I do that with like include everything? Or like
Include the kitchen sink.
in the preset?
Yeah.
Okay, cool.
It's the preset is called kitchen sink.
Yeah.
Oh,
Preset is called.
oh, there's already a preset called.
It's just everything. Yeah.
Sick. Is the BBOT server just on GitHub right now for instructions, or is it also on bls.com/BBOT?
It's only on GitHub.
Okay,
Yeah.
that's what I thought. Slash.
Cool.
I already gave up, by the way.
You already gave up? Yep. It's weird. It's weird. It'll get slowly easier and easier. Again, Cali Docker sucks.
You said you have YouTube videos or something, right?
We should honestly. We should put out like YouTube videos.
We probably should. We'll have
Yeah.
we should do a public.
Yeah, we're gonna do a public presentation in Discord. Let's go.
Yeah. Yeah. We'll plug all of our Discords and stuff at the end. So if you ever have issues, you can come bother me. I would say bother me, but I can't fix a lot of your problems, so bother me. I don't think so.
You're not on our Discord, Barry? Come on.
Don't worry, we look at the end. It's just discord.bg/DLSops. Anyways, cool. Everyone got a preset created. All good? All good? Cool? Cool. Yeah, no objections. Why am I monitoring a scan?
Monitoring scan. Okay, so yeah, so this is what we were doing in the demo before. If you want, you can start tailing, open up a couple different windows and tail the assets or the activities and the events so that when we start the scan in the next slide, you can sort of monitor the progress of it. This is going to be a bit of a bigger scan than the first one since we did subdomain enum.
So include like I think 76 modules, subdomain enums.
Something like that. It's a big number.
It includes a lot of modules, so it's going to take a little bit longer to run. If you want to see all those events, all those activities that are coming. And the reason why we had us import the OAuth module is because then anything new that's found on your target will respond as an activity. So you should see a lot of activities on this. Cool.
Yep.
Give you all a second to get that all set up. That should take that long. Cool.
We need some music. We should bring some music.
I need like
Yeah.
Subway or something in the background.
Jeopardy music.
Honestly, I've been turning on this training because I kept having to wait for your Google videos to load.
Yeah.
Fun fact. Yeah, Google will limit you on videos.
Maybe. I'd like to, yeah.
I want to too.
Yeah.
Because I kind of wanted to go back in the water the other day,
Yeah.
and we just didn't have the time.
Yeah.
So, I'm installing.
How's it going?
I think mine looks good.
Okay. So yeah, you did the tail.
So I got this and then.
Yeah. So these are like listening right now. So yeah, once you start the scan in the next slide, you'll see them start to move. Yeah.
Or you eat spicy foods and it clears out your sinuses. Hey, I do it all the time.
Are we doing Indian tonight?
Wait, actually,
I love Indian. I don't know.
is there Indian nearby?
I don't know. We should see.
It's right there.
That's watching.
Okay, so you have something that was like a month old, it's just gonna give you.
Yeah, it'll just give you whatever the last activity was. You're just looking at the end of the activity file, so that's all I would.
Okay.
It's the same as tail. It just does the last 10. You can
Gotcha.
specify if you want more.
Yes.
Yeah.
Okay. That makes sense.
Cool. All right. I don't know advanced queries. This is a weird place for this. Anyways.
Advanced queries. All right.
Okay. So we also want to show you guys some advanced ways you can look at your BBOT data. There's just a couple of cool things. We're not going to make you do them because these commands are long and JQ is so fun to sort with.
AI is great at JQ though.
Yeah, AI is really good. Ask ChatGPT how to sort by certain things, and it's awesome. It'll do it really easily for you. So this is just how, if you want to sort and only find assets that have high or critical severity ratings, you can do it here. If you want to find ones that have like the cloud provider field, you can put it up here. So lots of ways to do it. Ask ChatGPT if there's a specific way you want.
Yeah, for most queries though, there are flags built into the list commands that will filter by type and by host and by target, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Oh, BBOT.ai. Okay.
Yeah, we never have them start scan.
Wait, what? Hold on.
We haven't start scan. We just have them on the hardware.
Okay, we're gonna do it live. All right.
Do it live. We forgot to put in a slide for it.
That's okay.
We do it live. I was
That
like, wait a
always
second, you
goes
just
slow.
made your target, made your preset, but you never actually created a scan for it. So, in order to do that,
BBCTL, scan start, scan name. Start a scan. Yes. tactic name. Scamming, and then target. Target.
Ah.
Yeah, it's that thing. Target.
For some reason, on occasion, Google Slides will concatenate your 2 dashes down into 1 dash. So sometimes when you're trying to put 2 dashes in, it makes 1, it's double. So target, preset. This is how you start your scan. So you can actually start it, monitor it, look at it, and then you can query it more. So the scan will take a few minutes to run just because we're enabling subdomain them. So yeah, go ahead, start your scan, watch all the events flow in, all that fun stuff.
Gonna do it live.
Yeah.
I'll have to make mental note of that. What's up?
Does it take a while for the server to start?
The scan?
Or a server period?
Oh, the server.
First time offer it? Yes.
Yeah, it'll take like a few minutes at least.
Okay,
Yeah.
this is building.
Yeah, looks good. Looks good.
Cool, rad. Want to do all the cursor stuff?
Sure, yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
I mean, we have time for it as well, because we only have one more exercise after this, I think, right?
Yeah.
And we're, you know.
I think I might have added. What about did we do the slides? Do we have the slides with like the asset list, event list, activity list?
We already did this.
We already did those. Okay.
Yes. We already did the basic queries.
Okay.
They were earlier. Now you put them on again. Yeah, they were in earlier. I went over those ones. They might have been your slides, but I think I just kind of yapped them because you were helping people.
Okay. Fair enough. Fair enough.
You know, you got the rest of this. I'm not talking about.
All right. All right.
Cool. Everyone
All right.
scan, start, at least.
Yeah.
Everyone scan, start well. We didn't run into the errors here, hopefully. Hearing no objections. If it's
See any
running,
output?
I'm happy. That's what I want to hear.
Yeah. Okay.
It's
Sweet.
running.
It was on starting for a while. I'm like,
Yeah.
It's probably because you install all the dependencies for subdomain
That's it.
now.
Yeah.
So
it's running now.
yeah, it's running now. That's good. Ansible will automatically install them for you. It just takes a second, and the scan won't start until after all the Ansible tasks finish. So.
Yep. There we go.
Yeah.
Okay. Cool. Yeah. Okay. Oh well. Have we done the cron yet? We haven't done the cron yet.
That's later.
Yeah. Okay.
That's after
All right.
that.
AI. Okay.
Yeah, that's after MCP.
Okay. All right. Okay. So another feature of BBOT Server is MCP. So MCP is built into BBOT Server, and has anyone here used MCP or heard of it? Okay. Okay. So basically, it's a new way to interact with servers through a chat agent. So if you are using Cursor or Claude or whatever your AI of choice is, personally I use Cursor, which is a code editor. It's an AI code editor. You can hook it up to MCP, and you can interact with BBOT just with natural language. So you can be like, hey, like what assets do I have? What technologies are on this asset? And it'll basically know what query to make for that, and it'll make it for you and then present it back to you in like English. Now, that's the idea.
It's doing the queries, but it's not augmenting the data that's being returned by that query.
Yeah, I mean, you could ask it, like, it can do anything. Since you're in an AI, you could ask it, be like, what are some common attacks against this thing or whatever, and it could, it's in your chat history. Everything that comes back is in your chat history, so you can like interact with it and sort of enrich it in that way, I guess. Yeah. No. Yeah. Okay. Yeah, it's a good question because like AI is non-deterministic and they make stupid mistakes, and you will see that. Yes, 100%. Yeah. In fact, a stupid mistake was in the demo, and I left it in because don't want to misrepresent. So okay. So in Cursor right now, Cursor is a VS Code fork. If you go into Preferences, Cursor Settings, this is where you add an MCP server. So if you want to add a new one, you'd click New. And the way that you do it is you specify a URL, and it will bring you to this mcp.json folder where you just put in, or the file, where you put in the URL.
BBOT Server by default runs on 8807.
Yeah.
So.
Which, if you're wondering, is leet speak for BBOT. So what's so I just asked it. Yeah. Yeah. Okay. All right. So I just asked it what scans are in BBOT. I told it to use MCP, and basically it figured out what endpoint to use, and it called it. And it's telling me there's one scan in BBOT called Witty Brandybuck, and then basically the next question that I asked it, I'm like, what technologies? And here's where it makes a mistake, because it calls the right endpoint, but it tries to specify the target ID, but then it used the scan ID. And so I can't remember what I say. I called it an idiot. I said, you're an idiot. Why are you setting parameters? Don't do that. And so then it runs it again. Or no, it doesn't. And I'm like, try again. Try again.
Yeah, you don't mess up his
So there you go. Okay, so now it actually listens to technologies. Yeah.
Yeah, you just gotta call your AI stupid, and then we'll do it. That's the answer.
Yeah.
Okay.
No,
Never
it's
say thank you.
it's a weird effect where like
Correct.
you got to be careful. Yeah. But like the longer your conversation is, and the more times you call it stupid, the more stupid it will become because it just starts to believe it's stupid. So don't call it too stupid. Too much.
You're giving your AI
Yeah.
complex
Yeah.
every time you call it stupid.
Yeah.
That's so disappointing.
Yeah. So anyway, this is kind of an exercise. Does anyone here have Cursor already installed? Okay. Well,
You should use Cursor.
yeah, you should use Cursor.
On the easiest of all possible, use Cursor.
Yeah. Cursor is amazing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I like it.
So yeah, this is the vibe coding. If you heard about vibe coding, that's all it is. Vibe coding is just telling the AI what to do and the AI coding for you. But the cool thing about Cursor is that it has agent mode. So it can create files and folders and run commands for you too. It asks your permission before each thing. So it'd be like, hey, I'm about to run this. Is that okay? You run. I've written an entire code base just to see if I could with only AI. And it just like, I'm like, hey, write a test for this and keep working until the test pass. And like, yeah. Just click next, click next. You'll just clicking next for like 15 minutes at the end. It's like test pass. All right, we're good. Yeah.
AI is really good at test-driven development.
Mm-hmm.
Write your unit tests.
If you write your unit test first and then just ask the AI to make something that passes the test, that's a good way to do it. Yeah.
Works out great. Make sure that it's not just like. Yeah, it's not just like.
Yeah,
it's
yeah.
Like, oh yeah, I'm looking for this text file that just says like get good. And it just makes the text file get good. Or like yeah.
Yeah, proofread the commands before you run
Proofread
them.
your commands.
Never.
You got this one.
Okay, so custom triggers. So this is what I was talking about before, where you can pair the activity tailing feature with a custom bash loop. I think in the future we'll have an easier way to do this, where maybe you can add custom functions that trigger on certain things sort of within BBOT server. But this is a way you can do it where you're sort of listening for that stream of changes, and then as they come in, selecting certain ones of them and executing an action when that change happens. So in this loop, what we're doing is we're tailing the activities, and we're saying, hey, whenever there's a new port that opens, take the net location of that port, in other words, the host and port part of it, and execute this secret sauce bash script against that. So secret sauce could be anything, typically something that's not already a BBOT module. You know, if you want to run nuclei, or if you want to run a port scanner, it's much better to enable that in the BBOT scan so it can leverage the recursion. But if you have something that's not a BBOT module that you want to run, this is a good way to do it. And it'll just kick that off as soon as that comes in. You want to talk about cron?
Sure. So as we kind of alluded to before, you can schedule your BBOT server scans to kick off on like a weekly basis. So say you want to run your scans every single week. Make a cron job for it. And then that coupled with your own secret sauce and coupled with your own tailing of activities and alerting, and that will then allow you to pretty much do this on a weekly by weekly basis and get instant notifications on what's new, what's vulnerable, where can I go from here. So kind of starting, you can edit your cron tab with cron tab tag E. And if say you want to scan every day at 2 a.m. because you want to make sure you're not using your computer at the time, you can just do this and give it the bbctl start command, and then boom, it'll just work. Every day at 2 a.m. it'll run the thing. You can wake up to fresh activities every morning.
Yeah. And once we add the notification feature with Discord, this will it'll be fleshed out a bit more, and then you can get Discord messages at 2 a.m.
Yeah. Because that's a private bug bite next time, right?
Yeah. Yeah. So yeah, I think we're almost out of content. We had 2 full hours, and we're an hour and 15 into it. What do we have? Custom triggers.
Yeah,
okay. So if you want to play around with any of the filtering, or with the custom triggers, or if you want to just spend the time to take a target and scan it, play around with BBOT server, now's the time to do that.
Yeah, we do have a couple targets that you guys can hunt on, and these are open bug bounty targets that we found. So Capital One is good, Tesla is good. Please again differentiate one. Don't do the same one as the person sitting next to you for the sake of not getting us blocked on Hackspace on Wi-Fi. Again, do it later on a hotspot or something. But so since this is kind of the end, we want you guys, of course, to take the rest of the time. Please test BBOT, break it 7 ways to Sunday. And Joel, I'm sure, is going to love all the issues that pour in this week.
Yep, I'm fixing all of them.
Yeah, I hope get to them eventually, hopefully.
Yeah.
Maybe. So we just want to say, thank you guys all for coming so much. Just a few things to look forward to in the future. In our Discord, we are going to be starting to do like a public TTP series over the next month or so. So be looking out for that. And BuildCyber is now officially in beta.